Hey everybody, it's Amina here with another one of my readings. Today I just felt moved, thanks to the new moon, um, just to give my collective some insight on what we got to look forward to coming this month, September in general. So this reading is special. Um, the way I did it is I already shuffled the decks. I didn't look at any of the cards. I don't know what they're gonna say. But I asked the ancestors, spirit guides, and source energy to come through and just give my collective some tips on navigating through this month. Now, right off the jump, for the entire collective, before you even pick a pile, but I do want you to start to focus. We're picking by birds, okay? So we have the parrot here, or parakeet. We have the nest birds here, two little nesting birds. And then we have this queen swan here. All right. So you can start focusing on that now. But just an overall general vibe I'm getting is we are going to find that September is judgment month. Okay. Um, it's judgment month. It means any decisions you've been holding off on making, this is the month you're going to find that you're going to be forced to make them. It's just going to be so much. It might feel overwhelming, some of the battles you might be up against. Some are going to be emotional, relationship based. Some are going to be environmentally based. And things like that. Some are going to be politically based. It's going to be a lot of things that we are going to realize are coming to a head now and have to be addressed for our happiness. So, what Source is telling me is don't play into fear. That fear is going to be very big. Fear was very big last month. Fear has been playing a very big part for the last few years. Okay? What Source wants us to do is choose love over fear in every one of these situations that you might be facing, where you feel overwhelmed, where you feel like you want things to go in your favor, or maybe it seems like they're not, or it seems like a struggle. God is saying, choose love. Come from a place of love. That means taking a higher perspective, which is why I guess the birds were chosen to fly up above everything and look at it through different eyes from another perspective. See if there's another way around the obstacle or the issue or the choice. See if there's a way that everyone can be happy. Okay? Rather than being focused on what it is we want and we need to be happy. Though that is where we should focus our energy. At the same time, Source is saying, if you're hitting a wall, then there's a need for compromise. There's a need for a higher perspective and a different way moving forward. Also getting for September, a lot of issues with love. There's going to be a lot of options coming from my collective, but only one true. That's what I just got. Said you're going to have a lot of options, but there's only going to be one of them. Oops, I'm knocking the queen over. It's only going to be one of them that's going to be the true love. You know what I mean? If you're already in a relationship, it's going to feel like it's renewing itself, or it's going through a renewal of some sort, where things feel brand new and refreshed. Dating, romance, things like that. Yeah. So I'm trying to see if I can get anything else for the tribe. Don't give up. I just heard that. Ancestors are yelling it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Okay. You're right there. It's like you always hear that. You're right there. Don't give up. But in this sense, we are in a 9-month. 9 is completion. So we're bringing things. Cycles are coming to a close. Things that have seemed repetitive. Issues that you felt like you constantly kept facing, like No matter what you did, the sun just wasn't coming out, or it wouldn't stay out. And those cycles are coming to an end based off of the people and the things that we released last month, during last month's new and full moon. And now we're reaping all that we've sown. So whatever you put out is going to start coming back. Whether that be good or bad, it's going to be coming back. Okay? So with that said, by now you should have chosen your pile. The parakeet is pile 1. My nest birds are pile 2. And my swan queen is pile 3. Let's get started with pile number 1. So I'm going to move my parrot up so we know the featured reading is for my parrots. Those who chose pile number 1 right off jump, I want to say to you, okay, I got like 2 messages at one time. Keep some things to yourself. Parrots like to talk. They like to repeat stuff. So someone you're talking to may possibly be repeating the stuff you're telling them to other people. Someone you possibly spoken to already might be telling you stuff. And if you have any ideas, creative ideas, be very careful. There's someone that's watching you or that you share these ideas with that is trying to think of ways that they can implement them for themselves. Okay? I'm also getting wear bright colors. Brighter colors. They make you happy. They give you a vibrant aura or vibration. Talk to your angels. We have angel oracles here, like singing to me right now, saying, "We're around you, pile number 1s." Okay? Excuse me. Let me sip my water. Heck did I put it? Alright, and then we'll start. So the first cards, the way this reading is set up is, I take you all on a journey. You're going to go through your shadow work that you have done and that you need to do. What you need to surrender, let go of. And then we're going to move into where you are right now. Maybe something you need to focus on. Messages from your guides and stuff follow. Okay, so let's start. First off, my pile number 1s, we'll start with the bad. What you need to work through is recognition. Okay, so the black cards have something to do with your inner child. These are my own oracle deck called Soothe Your Inner Child Oracle cards. The deck in the book is still in completion. Well, the book is being worked on now, and then it'll be for sale. But anyway, it's about using the oracle to work through your shadows, little dark sides of yourself that stem from past experiences, specifically your childhood. So we have recognition. I want to be honored, but I fear being worthy of it. So you have an issue, my pile number 1s, with wanting people to recognize you for what you do and what you offer, but at the same time, you are afraid that if you receive this recognition, you may not be worthy of it. You may not be able to hold up to what people may think of you, which is a legitimate fear that I've also had. I hope my AC doesn't blow this down, because the AC is blowing right on the table. Okay, now, yep, it did. Okay, so I'm going to lay you flat. So, the second one is a blue card, which is a shadow issue you've had that you're currently working through or you've completed working through. This is guilt. I'm now getting it. Everything happens for a reason. And the blue cards are a little hard to see on the writing. Okay? Pretty much you're currently working through releasing feelings of guilt. Feeling that when things happen or that things don't go your way, it's your fault. You're now realizing everything is for a reason. When something doesn't go the way you expected, it's going according to divine will. Okay? And maybe you were being protected from something. Alright? Or maybe you were being shown a better way to go about, what you wanted or what you wanted to happen. Anyway, guilt is very good to be releasing. Okay. Let's see what you need to surrender. Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Okay, so maybe you're in a situation, or you're going to face a situation that is going to be drama bringing. You know, maybe people acting petty, immature, things like that. Spirit is saying you have to release this need, because there's a little bit in you that likes the drama. It brings you a little excitement. You like it a little bit. Maybe being in a three-way, in a triangle. You like the drama a little. You may complain about it, but a little side of you is like, oh, this is exciting. This is interesting. Who would they choose? Watch your need for drama. And when it does come into your life or in your face, Spirit is saying control your emotions. How you react is going to depend on whether this plays out in a dramatic way or not. I don't know. Is this going to stay? What's my parrot like? Okay, you let that stay. From the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle, we have Judgment. You are being asked to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. So my pile number ones, that's pretty blunt. I hope this is clear. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. You're being asked to just release and forgive. Judgments of yourself, things you might have done, mistakes you feel you might have made, things people have done towards you, judgments they might have had towards you that were wrong. It's time now to release them. Let them go. So you got a lot of releasing to do. This is kind of big. My parrot's getting blocked out. Okay, you're going to lay. Let's lay you here. Releasing allegiances. Message I'm getting is like a healing. Just letting go of attachments. Letting go of everything that you thought was so important, and realizing now that the most important thing is loving yourself. You got these little bees all over you, these honeybees. They're like trying to bring you back to life. Get your light back. So right now, you're kind of closed in. You're kind of in your hermit mode. You like to be by yourself a lot. But it's a healing process you're going through. Okay? It's needed, pile number ones. But your glow is coming back. See, she's starting to shine. She's not crying anymore. She's loving herself as she is. Bare, naked, all her flaws. No bra, no makeup. She's loving herself as she is. She's comforting herself. And at the same time, Spirit is also there to help with the healing. Okay? So whatever you had to let go of, whatever you have to forgive, it's going to bring you a great big breath of fresh air, a big release that you need. All right? So don't fight it. You're going to feel so light after you let it go. And you know what it is. Last but not least, from the Lightworkers deck, which is my new deck. Yeah, let me see. That was Sacred Rebels Oracle. This is your Lightworker Oracle. You have card number 8, the Star Child. My dear pile number ones, you are star seeds. You might want to look into that. You have spent lifetimes in other realms. So you're pretty much a star being having a human experience this lifetime. So it might seem a little, overwhelming. It can get a little overwhelming, and you might yearn to return to the stars. Sometimes it feels more comforting, to be in meditation or in prayer or sleep. But Spirit is here to remind you that you're here to have this experience, and they are still here with you, guiding you. Water's healing for you. Sit in the tub, soak, close your eyes, and just listen for messages. Yeah. That's what I'm getting for you, pal number ones. Wow. It's a beautiful ending. I hope that resonated with you. Let me move this back. Y'all know how I do. I like to keep all of the readings a little connected because I feel like everyone in the collective can get something from each reading. So I'm going to leave Star Child here because I think that was a beautiful ending. And now we're going to move on to those who chose my little nest birds here. You're in the mood for love, pile number 2. You're hoping to get a message about love. You might not want to admit it, but you chose pile number 2 because you want a little loving, a little special somebody to build a nest with, to build a home with, to settle down with, you know. And I feel this month you might be meeting that person, but be careful, pile number 2s, because I feel an anxiety, like an anxious energy that can tend to either push the right person away or rush in the wrong person, or the right person at the wrong time. Okay, so be careful, pile number 2s. Okay, with that, what is this dust on my sheet? I'm sorry, on my rack. Okay, so let's get started. So what you need to work through, pile number 2. Okay. Rage deep within. Why am I often angry? Is there a past trigger? So you get angry really quick. And this isn't to say that maybe you're someone who, when they get mad, they fly off the handle, they break things. I mean, this could be you too. But rage deep within means little things trigger you. And you can get so angry, maybe internally angry, just full of rage, almost to the point of wanting to be violent to yourself or to others. And Spirit wants you to ask yourself, what triggers this rage? When you find yourself so angry you want to whoop somebody's ass, what is triggering it? What is usually the trigger? When you can figure out what the trigger is, you can work through it and you can start to control that anger. Or you can start to find ways to release it. Maybe it's somebody you need to talk to. Maybe it's something that happened and that situation was never resolved. And now little things that remind you of it trigger you into the rage. Okay. Yeah. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And that's something you also need to do. All right. My pile number 2s. Now, something you're working through or you have worked through is envy. Realizing I am great in my own way. So you might have had issues in the past, maybe with envying other people, what they had, their blessings, their gifts. Feeling like, when am I getting mine? But you've reached a point now where you realize you get your own blessings. You're great in your own way. You don't want what no one else has. Just be careful of people envying you. I'm also picking up too, my pile number 2s. Is people envying you, okay? Don't feed into that energy. All right, let's see what you need to surrender. Surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So there's something you want, you've been procrastinating, something you want to do, you've been procrastinating on. You'll know what it is. Spirit is saying, stop procrastinating and do it. All right. If you want to succeed, you have to go after what you want. In September, it's going to be very important for you, my pile number 2s, that you do not hold back, wait on anything. You go for it. You go for what you want. And from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle, old habits. An old habit may be keeping you from moving forward. Now, that old habit could be procrastination. Maybe you've always had a tendency to procrastinate and not move at the sign of an opportunity. Or maybe you have a tendency to jump the gun and not see things thoroughly before jumping on it. Either way, there's an old habit, there's an old behavior, something that you repeat that you need to let go of or work on so that you can get this success. Because I feel a lot of success for you, pile number twos. I feel abundance. I feel a stable family life and everything. But I feel like you can be self-sabotaging sometimes. Yeah. I feel sometimes you self-sabotage. Sometimes your anger is directed in the wrong direction. Sometimes you're angry at yourself when you should be mad at someone else. Sometimes you're mad at someone else when you should be mad at yourself. You know, things like that. But we're going to work it out. You in my tribe. Seeing the true you. See, because the true you is not a procrastinator or someone full of rage. The true you is peaceful, intuitive, curious, beautiful, loving, gentle, and always learning, okay? You need to see the true you is what Spirit is saying. Don't see yourself through anyone else's eyes but your own. Because once you see yourself, then everybody else will see you the way you see you. Okay? And see how she's looking at her reflection? What you put out is what you will be reflected back. And she looks very calm and happy and pleased with herself. So just love yourself. Okay? Very simple messages for September. Last but not least, from the Light Workers deck, we have Spiritual Service. You have some spiritual work to do, my Light Workers, for Pile 2. Spiritual Service. You need to open up that third eye and that crown chakra. Connect to source energy. Connect to your guides and find out what it is you are supposed to be here doing. You have angels here that are working with you. You have the world in your hands. So you are supposed to reach masses of people. Okay? And you're being guided down this path. So maybe right now you're not in a spiritual position, but you're accumulating knowledge right now that you're supposed to eventually share in some way, shape, or form. All right? Very important. Very important. Get into a program or something where you can work on opening these chakras up. September. Spiritual service. You have some work to do. You have a mission for the divine. Okay? Remember I said that. And that's what I'm seeing for you, my lovely pal number twos. I hope that resonated. We're going to leave spiritual service up here because I think that is the most important of the deck of your pal. Last but not least, and this is the pal I kind of subconsciously chose. I did choose 2 at first and then I switched. But like I said, you're part of my collective, then all of these are going to resonate in some way. So, if you chose pile number 3, or my Queen Swan here, first I can tell you, you are rising into your true power. Like your higher self is stepping forward. And you're not taking no shit. Your energy is clean. You come with pure intentions. Maybe once you weren't very polished. Maybe you didn't feel very good about yourself at one time. But now, you're like beautiful. You know it. You adorn yourself with beautiful things. And other people notice. People look to you for like the latest thing, maybe fashion, style, colors, stuff like that. Yeah, you're queen or king. Excuse me. All right. That's throat chakra. Somebody in this pile, as I got closer to pile number 3, my throat started shutting down. You have to communicate something. You got something in your heart you're holding in your heart that you need to get off your chest. Pile number 3. It's choking me up. I could barely speak. Once you get it off your chest, once you get it out, you will feel so much better. I don't know if it will change your situation or fix anything, but it'll fix you. It'll make you feel good. And right now, Spirit is saying it'll be a weight lifted off of you, and that opportunity is coming. You don't have to force it. You don't have to look for it. You don't have to make it happen. You're going to get the opportunity to express yourself from your heart to someone who you've been suppressing your true thoughts about. This could be a friend. This could be a lover. This could be a family member. Or it could be all of the above. Maybe more than one person. But my pile number threes, you have some truths you need to release, and it's coming this month. Yeah. Okay. So now let's go to your shadow work. So first off, what you need to work through is holding on. I need to see why I can't let go. Wow, that's so deep. My dears, my loves, you're trying to figure out why you can't. You need to start to look into your childhood, into your past, to see why you are holding on to something. Why does it feel like you cannot let go? Why does it feel that way? Is there something about this that if you let it go, you feel like you failed at something? Do you feel like you'll never be able to replace it? Or someone? Do you feel like, and this could be with work. This could be with a lover or with work or a situation or environment. You really need to look and see why you're struggling to let go of this. Once you can figure out what the hold is on you, then you can release yourself from it. Is it a codependency? Is it familiarity? Once you discover, you can release yourself. Now let's see what you're working through or have. Dark night. You've come through your dark night of the soul. I am slowly finding my way to the light. It's not easy to see. Slowly finding your way to the light. So you've come through a dark night of the soul. A lot of emotional purging, a lot of realizing things that you've thought you knew for so long, not being that, if that makes sense. Looking at your childhood and realizing where things weren't perfect. Seeing how things in your present trigger memories of those things. Yes, you've done a lot of work, my pile number threes. What do you need to surrender? Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So right now, we need to surrender this fear we have of intimacy, of people who want to come in and give us love, people who want us to commit, people who just really love us. There's a fear of allowing them in.